People in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, so you don't know what's really going on.
It's not our world. We don't matter. We don't matter.
90% of what you're reading is absolute garbage. It's total fabrication.
Really? I was sickened. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless. Well, I'm retiring.
Are you being serious or are you screwing with me?
I'm being fairly serious, yeah.
You know, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part.
And they go like, why am I depressed?
Standing there with everything anybody else had ever dreamed about having and be unhappy.
A cheerful look, funny faces, sharp jokes. This is how many people know Jim Carrey. His characters are bright and extraordinary. You remember them from the first minute.
Jim Carrey is definitely one of the funniest men Hollywood has ever seen.
Yes, thank you.
Jim Carrey would become one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood and the first to ever earn more than $20 million for one film.
He's known for being a massive star with a unique personality, but he has raised controversy with his behavior lately.
And I'm sick of it. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, so you don't know what's really going on.
You know, there's no meaning to any of this. It's not our world.
None of this is real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter.
Wow.
That's the good news.
Okay.
You know, I just want to warn people, 90% of what you're reading is absolute garbage. It's total fabrication.
Most people didn't really understand what he was talking about, and some even assume he just lost it.
But there was no me, actually, at the end of it all. I realized that there was, that this character was making choices to play a character. You know, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part.
But what Jim was dealing with wasn't really insanity. It was much deeper than that.
You'd think Jim Carrey has always had a luxurious, happy life. But that is certainly not the case, as Jim Carrey has gone through one of the toughest, most unfortunate upbringings.
You and your whole family lived in a car and had to, be janitors together.
We had some tough times.
Yeah.
Sure.
But a lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time.
She had arthritis and phlebitis and everything under the sun that was nagging at her, and she was depressed. And I wanted her to be free.
At that moment, he chose comedy as a way to put a smile on his mother's face.
Jim's mother got very sick at the time. In an attempt to help distract his family from hardships, young Carrey started making jokes and performing for his relatives. He said, "Depression. I had a sick mom, man. I wanted to make her feel better."
His talent was so obvious for everyone around him, so his father decided to support him.
But it was the support of his father who took him to all the clubs in Toronto that helped him achieve more and become who he is.
Hollywood quickly didn't want to lose his chance of catching this rising star. Because of this, he proceeded to shoot 3 movies back to back. All 3 of these movies proved to be box office juggernauts and led to Jim Carrey being one of the highest paid actors in movie history.
But once he found massive success in America, bad things started to happen.
He achieved everything his parents wanted for him. Unfortunately, they didn't live to see it. His mother died in 1992. His father died early on in 1994.
Losing his parents broke him, but what came after that really had a toll on him.
Jim Carrey's girlfriend has died. Kattrina White had died of a possible drug overdose.
A heartbroken Jim Carrey helps carry his ex-girlfriend's casket through the streets of her hometown in Ireland.
All the trauma and tragedy that Jim went through made him choose comedy as a way to escape all of that.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey. I was just building something that people would like. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
Somewhere in the middle of absolute confusion, absolute disappointment, standing there with everything anybody else had ever dreamed about having and be unhappy.
But after years of suffering, he finally found what really made him happy.
I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me.
I know I'm never going to be in a perpetual state of happiness. I've given that up for sure.
And they go like, why am I depressed?
Well, it's because you're trying to be something for the world, you know, and as soon as you let that go, better things happen.
And right now, Jim living happily with his family, spending time with his daughter and his grandson.
I'm a good granddad.
You are.
But it's a little embarrassing, I gotta say, in public. He's like, Grandpa! We are buddies. He's
Yes,
gonna be my bodyguard.
And do you play Sonic with him? Do you
I
play
do,
games?
and he humiliates me.
And to spend more time with his family, Jim made a shocking statement.
Well, I'm retiring.
Are you being serious or are you screwing with me?
I'm being fairly serious, yeah.
There's so many things because I've been so busy for so long that important things that I've ignored.
I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough.
Thanks for watching Comic Books in Arabic. Follow us for more.